Main Street. Up until recently, every city and town had one. Main Street is typically the center of town, a place where residents and visitors can find a wide range of goods and services. Main Street is often the center of commercial, social, and civic activities for the town. It's the busy area of town, with people moving in and out of various stores, paying bills, buying goods, and eating. Many of the buildings in the center of most towns are very old. Some may even date back to the early 1900s, or even earlier. Oftentimes, these buildings have had many different types of businesses in them over the years. Resale and antique shops are very popular businesses in these areas. It is very possible that the combination of a very old building coupled with various antiques can lead to paranormal activity. We have seen this in the past. Take, for example, the Hopkinson Vintage Antique and Art Center in Nottingham, United Kingdom, where in 2016 surveillance video captured what is thought to be one of the shop's namesakes, haunting the premises and browsing a rack of clothes. The building dates back to 1880, where Mrs. Hopkinson worked alongside her husband for many years. In the video, you can see what appears to be a figure at the clothes rack. A little closer to home, the crypto crew investigates a local business where there are reports of possible paranormal activity. The building itself has a long history and is very old. The business has numerous antique items that could be lending to this activity. Join our team as they investigate the bizarre encounters going on at Sassy Trash. We spoke with April Collins, the owner of Sassy Trash, to find out more about the business and activity that is taking place.
We've been in business for 4 years now. We're called Sassy Trash. We're located in downtown Harlan. We've been trying to actually get to downtown Harlan for the last 2 years, and everything fell into place with the purchase of the building, which was about 2 months ago. We come in, started taking out walls, taking down drop ceilings, expanding the space so that way we could move the store in. The reason we're called Sassy Trash is because a lot of the items that you will find in our store is items that people no longer want, or they have actually tossed out, or things that people are just cleaning out their garage and bring to me. And we repurpose them, give them new life. We take a lamp and make it into candle sconces, just a little mismatch of everything. Before we purchased the building, it was Durham Printing, and from my knowledge, Durham Printing was here for a long time. The gentleman that we bought the building from, he had worked here for 53 years. He had a really hard time of letting go of the building because he had spent the majority of his life in the building. It touched me to the point that I wanted, when people walk in here, that they could tell that it had once been a print shop. That's the reason you see a lot of the print equipment sitting around. Even our counters are repurposed printing equipment. So just want to preserve it a little. Now, the people that we bought the building from that had the print shop, they said that when they purchased it, it had been a funeral home prior to that. She showed me where the old elevator shaft used to be and said that the shaft was actually put in the elevator because they kept their caskets on the second floor. And she said the lady that, when they bought the building that had been in here from the funeral home, she said that when she was here by herself, that she could hear people walking back and forth on the second floor. She said that her husband was here a majority of the time by himself and kept his desk in the front window. He said on a quiet day he could be sitting there, and he said you could hear people walking. He said you could hear the creaking of the old boards, and he said it was just as you could hear each foot as they was walking across the floor. She thought that was going to creep me out a little bit, and it didn't. It actually kind of intrigued me, just added to the history of the building.
Team member Jennifer Fugate researched the history of the building and discovered several important factors.
Jennifer does a lot of our research for us. She did a really fantastic job on tracking this building back to the early 1900s, I think 1919 to be exact. So Jennifer, what have you found for us?
Well, we were lucky enough that back in 1919 they went in and did schematics for most of downtown Harlan and a couple other towns. So we were able to find out that when they broke up the plot numbers, you can see here on the paper 102, 104, 106, and 108,
Okay.
that they actually kept these as their actual addresses, so they just integrated that into the street.
To the current day.
Exactly.
Okay, up to present
So
time.
back in 1919, we were able to pull up this that was showing just a local, they broke it up into districts, sort of like. So then we were able to pull a closer look at it, where we found out that this used to be an actual undertaker, hardware store, and furniture. So this was actually a larger building that through time they have broken up into pieces and put little offices in between.
How large was the building?
It's looking like at least a quarter of a block.
That's
So
huge.
that's a large
Huge.
building. You can actually even see in the old schematic the elevator, and the elevator is what they use to take the bodies upstairs. So the stairwell and elevator was huge, especially for 1919.
Right.
You know, that's state of the art in a sense. And back in 1986, it looks like they had went back and were trying to get downtown revitalized. And I was able to find a thesis on some of the historical buildings they were trying to get landmarked. You know, it got really difficult in that point because it was a lot of a mishmash, but we're still able to find this address along with a couple of other ones when they broke down the building have stayed the same. So that was very important, because a lot of times when towns are broken up into lots, they don't integrate the address into that, so it makes it really difficult when you're going back.
So what this does is this research backs up the fact that this at one time was a funeral home.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we were able to find on paper, on the digital archives from the University of Kentucky, that this was in fact a funeral home.
Well, that's great work. Well, tell us about some of your experiences here.
Now we've actually we bought the building 2 months ago, but we've actually only been open as far as the store for about 2.5 weeks. But in that short time, and it seems, I don't know if you don't notice when other people are here, or you just think, oh, that was them. It's the noises and everything that we've heard have always been when either I'm here by myself or my daughter has been here by herself. I come in one Sunday morning and was sitting back there working, and I could hear stuff being moved in the back room. And my first reaction was, I'm here by myself, I'm not going back there, because there is a door back there, and I thought someone has come in. But no. Later, I had a friend come in, they were asking, about the second floor. We went up there and looked and everything, and no, the door was still locked, no one was in there.
And the front door probably was also locked with you being in here by yourself.
Definitely. Now my daughter, she opened one morning and was in here by herself, and she said that she could hear stuff moving around, and she said she could hear a woman's voice whispering. She said she could not make out, what they were saying, but she could just tell it was a whisper.
Now, knowing more about the history of the building and the activity taking place, it was time to start the investigation. The team starts the investigation by setting up static cameras on the second and third floors.
We are upstairs on the second floor where the undertaker location was back we know as far back as 1919. We're setting up static cams. We're going to set up we're going to leave some recorders running. Here is where the reports of footsteps, noises, things being shuffled around, we're hoping to catch that. So we're setting the static cam up and we're going upstairs, so come on with us, let's solve this mystery. Hey guys, we're on the 3rd floor now of the Sassy Trash building. We're setting up another static cam, going back toward the stairwell and toward the back of the building. There's also been reports here of the same things, of voices, of footsteps, unexplained activity. The elevator shaft, what's interesting is the elevator shaft, they've turned it into the stairwell, and we're hoping that maybe we'll catch some residual things, and maybe back in the early 1900s, the elevator being used and the coffins being unloaded. Hopefully we get some of the residual energies that of some of the activity that was here.
Once the cameras are set up, Thomas and Tony return to the bottom floor to set up an EVP session. Before starting the EVP session, they go over some of the equipment with Miss April.
What does this do, and when do I need to tell you it's doing something?
Okay, those are both good questions, April. What this is a K2 meter. It measures EMF, electronic magnetic frequency. Yeah. So what this, in older buildings, sometimes you'll do a baseline, like say around this, you'll have bleed over, which you do not have. So that's a good thing. So if the lights start coming on, that would be an unusual anomaly, you know. So what to do is, if the lights start fluctuating, then you just tell us, hey, I've got a hit, and we will turn our attention over to the area that you're in. I actually feel a little bit of static right there, but that you're in, and we'll try to catch an EVP.
Okay.
You can hear some voices, but that's not, that we can differentiate from radio and.
Oh yeah, you will too when it comes.
Yeah.
You'll.
Ken, 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 week,
Okay, we're going to start out with the standard.
one,
Is anyone here with us?
part, no, come, go to,
Who's been making the noises that Miss April's hearing? What's your name? That was probably an EVP right there, the digital voice. The digital voice. The digital voice. The digital voice.
Did that
Say that a little bit louder.
Was it Jeff?
That's what I thought he said too.
I'm sorry.
I thought he said Jeff.
It was Jeff.
Yeah.
And I wasn't for sure, and then when he said it, I was
He
like,
actually said his last name also.
choir,
Did this used to be a funeral home? Are you attached to the building? Or are you attached to some of the Miss April's items she has here?
20,
What items are you attached to?
joy, 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 week,
Now the cycle rate on this.
sure,
Okay, I'll explain to you something about the cycle rate. This is cycling through 4 to 6 radio stations per second, so it's impossible to put words together that would be an intelligent response. So when we catch something, it's pretty well an EVP or a super big coincidence which we don't believe in.
While Tony was explaining the cycle rate of the spirit box to Miss April, there was a conversation coming through the Steve's box. It seems as if two male entities were arguing over something. We cannot pull out all the conversation because Tony was unknowingly talking over the EVPs. But here is what we can make out.
Now the cycle rate on this. Okay, I'll explain to you something about the cycle rate. This is cycling through 4 to 6 radio stations per second, so it's impossible to put words together that would be an intelligent response. So when we catch something, it's pretty well an EVP or a super big coincidence which we don't believe in.
The two entities continued to talk, but there was just too much noise to understand what was being said. The EVP session continues.
Could you tell me who is moving the items around in the shop when we're here by ourselves?
Said Jeff. Said Jeff. Said Jeff. Ask him what his last name is.
Jeff, can you tell me what your last name is?
Sure.
Can you tell me again what your last name is, Jeff?
Hey.
How many entities are here with us? How many spirits are here with us? What did you hear?
I heard 6.
I heard
Huh?
6.
6.
6.
6. Is that what you heard, Miss April?
I heard a number. I couldn't
Okay.
tell. I couldn't make it out.
Started counting out.
Who is the lady's voice that we could hear whispering?
Who owned the funeral home? What was their last name? Are you trapped here? You got a response? Pretty sure it was yes.
Yeah, it said yep. Yep
Why
or
are you
yes.
trapped? Do you like it here? Miss April, hold up, how many fingers you want to hold up? Keep them hold up, held up. How many fingers does Miss April have held up? Can you tell me how many fingers Miss April has held up? It sounded like 5 way in the back. Okay, you go ahead.
Are you happy? They
just repeated happy for you.
Do you mean any harm? Are you good or evil?
Good. It was a good.
Yeah. What's your name? Are there any female spirits here?
Is there any children here?
How did you die?
Next, the team moves to the back of the building to conduct an EVP session. This is the area where unusual sounds have been reported. This part of the building is dark and has very little lighting. As the team is setting up the EVP session, the camera catches a disembodied voice.
Is that too much light? Because I'm trying to make sure I have enough light to be
Before the session starts, the team catches another EVP with the Steve's box.
Yeah. Daylight. Daylight. It don't matter sometimes.
I'll just hang on to this K2.
All right, we're back here where we saw the shadows. Anybody here with us? Is Jeff here?
That's me, sorry.
If you could step up to the black box.
Get the deal on K2.
That's fine.
Okay.
I've been standing here holding it the whole time. Up, so
Okay.
I'm
And I just asked.
She is too, so.
It just went out, but it,
Yep, mine did
yeah,
too.
Okay.
and
Feeling
mine's
it,
been
you
here
getting
the
it?
whole time.
Yes.
Okay. Who made the devices go off? Who made the lights come on? What's your name? Okay. The joys of being a ghost hunter. All right. Good breath. Good breath. Good breath.
So how far did yours, what color did you get
To
to?
yellow.
Well, I got
But
to-
it was quick.
Well, now mine stayed for a while.
Did someone walk by us? Can you come back through? Can you walk back through? Who's walked by us? What's your name? Can you say that a little louder?
I'm getting hit on K2 again.
Come stand by me, talk into this box.
I'm still getting hit on K2, so.
You getting that, Lisa?
Yes.
How about you, April? You getting anything, any hints?
Can you light it all the way up?
Are you trying to light, or make the lights come on? Can you try really hard? Did you say heaven? Is that where you want to go to?
It's going off again, Thomas.
Her K2 just went off when you said that.
Yeah, yours is
Mine was
too.
As soon as he asked that question, it went off.
There it goes
There it
again.
goes again.
It's going again.
So that's, you're trapped and want to go to heaven, or do you need our help? Light the lights up if you do. Do you want us to try to help you to pass on? What's it like on the other side? Can you see us very clearly? Let's go to the second floor.
Wanna go up? Can you follow us up to the next floor, please? Can you say that again, please?
You may forget.
Can you say that again, please?
You may forget.
Can you say that again, please?
You may forget.
That was a complete sentence.
Yeah.
The investigation moves up to the second floor. This is the area where phantom footsteps are heard. There is some immediate activity.
Watch this. Oh, here, K2's going crazy. Hey, tell
Oh,
me.
yeah.
K2's going crazy here.
Both of them.
Went all the way. And there's nothing.
There's no electricity.
There's no
electricity up
That's
here.
important. There's no electricity up here, but yet we're getting hits on the K2. And there shouldn't be no reason for that.
I feel vibration in the floor. Seriously, do you all?
I don't feel it.
Like honestly, I mean, no joke.
Yeah, I do.
And this is like, this is hemlock. This,
Yeah.
there shouldn't be any.
Wow.
And we're not moving.
And your K2's going off too again.
Yeah, that's interesting right
All right. Is that you, Jeff?
there. This is, and the building has been,
There you go, it's going off again.
the building has been checked as far as structural and mortar, beams, everything is well intact.
K2 keeps going off. Yeah, mine did too. They're going off in unison. Hey, Tony?
Yeah.
The floor was vibrating.
kidding.
And a solid wood floor. Yeah, hemlock
There you go,
flooring
you're peeking again.
is-
Yeah, see, her
Yeah.
K2's going off.
Like,
Now
hers
mine
is
a
bottom-
little bit.
And
Hers is bottoming out. Yeah, completely, and it's right in the spot.
Jeff, is that you? Yep. Smile up. Is anyone with you? Is this where you live?
Can you light the meters back up again, please?
Can you come stand beside me?
Oh, there you go.
Just stand beside me, that's okay.
Jeez, Thomas, that's,
Sometimes I'm either a magnet or I'm really turn them off, so I think it's the religious thing.
I think you agreed with me.
Can you come back and stand beside me again, please?
How old are you? How long have you been in the building? Do you feel alone?
I heard the word dark. Is it dark where you're at?
Do you like staying at the back of the building? Jeff, was that you that made the floor vibrate?
Said it was. Ask him, could he say that a little louder?
Can you say that a little louder, Jeff?
How did you make the floor move?
Jeff, what's your last name?
Jeff, can you wave your hand over this little black box with a green light on it? To make more lights light up? Think of it as a game. See, I can't do it. I can't make the lights come on. If you don't mind, come right here, step up to the table. Come in here with us. How long have you been here? Child's voice. Child's voice.
bad.
Yeah.
Are there children here?
Yes.
Did you die here? All right, we're on the 3rd floor. Did you guys follow us up? How many followed us up?
Are you up here, Jeff? Is Jeff short for Jeffrey? Are you named after your father? What was your mother's name? Were you a coal miner? Was your dad a coal miner?
Hey, man, did you hear that?
What?
It said lumberjacks. I'm pretty sure it said lumberjacks.
Did you work as a lumberjack? Did you work in the logwoods? Hey guys, we're going to finish up tonight's investigation with an EVP session, just straight up and down with a digital recorder. Tascam, we like Tascam. It really does a great job for us, so that's a shameless plug for Tascam in your stores now. Millimeter, it'll measure temperature, it measures EMF. It also has an alarm on it. If energy field's broken next to the antenna, it'll alert us to that. So millimeter's a pretty handy little piece of equipment. We've had a lot of success with the millimeter in the last couple of locations. When we would be ending the investigations, it seemed that the entities didn't either wanted to make the presence known, didn't want us to leave, whatever the reason was. The millimeter started spiking, and it's hard to. This is a really good piece of equipment because it doesn't. It's not very. You don't get false positives on it a whole lot. So I really like the millimeter. All right, we're going to start this EVP session. Jeff, are you here with us? Was that you that came up, went upstairs with us and manipulated or turned on these little meters with the lights? Are the children here that we heard? We heard children's voices. Can you tell us your names? I'm going to ask a few questions.
I would be curious if we took maybe the meter up by the chairs that come from the old hospital.
We
Maybe
could
just
do that.
seeing if anything lit.
Sure, we'll do that. This chair here, can you give us a little bit of a history about where we have the meter sitting in?
Yes. I come across two of these chairs that come from a very reliable source that was donated because they had come out of the old ARH building, which after it was ARH was Smith Howard's building. Then the chairs got donated to a local organization. They got to the point that they were beyond people sitting in them because it would scratch their legs. So then they ended up with me.
That building, the old ARH hospital, probably was built, what, in the 20s or 30s? You know, probably more 30s. What would, in a lot of the miners that were crushed up, a lot of the people that were shot in town in that era, you know, this chair sat in that building in an era whenever the union organizing was going on, there was a lot of violence. So it's untelling who sat in that chair, you know. So what would you say the era of this is? 30s, 20s, 30s, 40s?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're standing here between two historic pieces, and we're going to run a quick EVP session. So Miss April, would you start it off?
Is there anyone attached to this chair? If so, did you follow the chair from the old hospital?
What's your name? Do you want her to take the covering off and replace the foam and everything? Make it look more modern? Or do you want her to keep it the way it is? If you want her to keep it the way it is, wave your hand over the light. Just K2 hit, K2 hit. Did you get it?
It is still going, yeah.
Did
Still
you
going.
getting it?
Yeah.
It is again.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Oh.
So you want her to keep it the way that it is?
Well, I think there's no doubt that we definitely heard from Jeff, not once, not twice, but multiple times, and it was very clear. I did hear the children's voices, same thing, not just once, but a couple times. And there was readings on certain questions that it was no doubt that, I mean, it was in response to the question that was being asked.
Intelligent responses.
Yes.
Nothing random.
No.
Okay. Now, tell us, we ran a little experiment. You know, we were about to shut down. You said, hey, let's go over and check out these old chairs. We were going along the line of questioning, trying to get a response, and we asked, did they want it recovered, refinished, reupholstered? And
It was a definite, they did not care for it.
And we asked, if you do not want it reupholstered, wave your hand over the green light and make the other lights come on. And what happened?
And that was the only question that we got a response to, and it was a definite no.
So what were you surprised by what we caught so far?
Surprised, no, because I had my suspicion that there was something here. Relieved, yes, because they said they had no harm to
No.
anyone. They were happy. They did respond by the question if you know they were wanting to go to heaven, kind of made you feel as if maybe they were kind of stuck here, but they were okay with it. So as long as they're here peacefully, I'm okay with them.
The team returns for a quick round 2 of the investigation. They use this visit to go over some of the evidence with Miss April.
So we want to tell Miss April about some of the things that we caught that we thought were very unusual. Miss April, we have an old bell here that's probably been here pretty much since the building has, or a very, very long time. And what would you say if I told you that at about 3 o'clock in the morning, among other noises we heard upstairs, we heard someone ringing for service? Would you care to help us with an experiment? I want to try to see if you can actually hear this bell on the second floor where we had a recorder. After we all left during the last investigation, there was nobody come back, no one in the building.
No, not until Monday morning, and that was just an in and out. It should have been emptied pretty much
So
until Tuesday
for
morning.
2 days, for a day and a half, 2 days, there was nobody here.
Definitely.
Okay, so, and we caught this, like I said, we caught that and some other unexplained noises about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, according to the tape. So I'll let you and Jen go up.
A short bell experiment is ran to confirm that you can in fact hear the bell ring while upstairs.
You guys ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Here we go.
Yep, that was it.
Can you hear the bell?
Oh yeah, plain as day.
While on the visit, they take some footage of the old elevator area. While reviewing the elevator shaft footage, the team discovered they had captured a disembodied voice.
You have that?
Another voice and possible ghost figure was also captured by accident. Jennifer had accidentally left her camera recording as she was exiting the second floor. Once she realized it was on, she turned it off, and upon reviewing the video, there's a voice speaking just as the camera shuts off. What the voice says leads the team to review the short video in more detail.
I'm recording. I'm recording.
They discover a possible ghost figure walking away. The figure is only captured in a few frames as the camera swings. Was the disembodied voice telling the other entity that it had been captured on video? We can only speculate at this point.
Okay, guys, we're going to do a quick EVP session with Miss April, with Jeff, a fellow that we caught some EVPs from last time. So we're also going to ask about the bell, so let's see what we can find out. Okay, Miss April, ask about who rang the bell.
Can you tell me who rings the bell at night? I heard something, but I couldn't make it.
Jeff, are you here with us? Said yes. Jeff, what is your last name? Who works upstairs at night? No, it's not me. Where were the coffins kept?
Do you like the bell? Do you like playing with the bell?
Said definite yes. Did you hear that?
Did he say just put it back?
Huh?
Did he say put it back? It sounded like it said put it back.
You want it? What was that?
He said put it back.
What if I want to keep it out here?
He just said please.
Can I play with the bell?
I want to take the bell home with me. How about that? You want me to take this home with me? Do you want me to leave it here?
You're so stern there. I mean, what question?
At this point in the session, the entities continued to hurl profanities. It would seem that even though they wanted to keep the bell, they did not like it being rung.
Do you want us to leave the bell alone?
The team closes out the EVP session and ends round 2 of the investigation. The team returns for the 3rd and final round of the investigation. They start by getting an update from Miss April.
Since the last investigation, we've heard some odd sounds throughout the building. Some knocking on walls that there's no way that it could be any living person. Our building actually backs up to another building, but that building at the time is vacant. Also, the walls are like 3 brick deep, so even if there was someone knocking, you wouldn't be able to hear it for the sound that it was producing. So there's no explanation for it. We've had a few things in the shop that's been kind of moved around, or things that have fell off. And with it being a shop, you think maybe it might have been a customer or something from the day prior. But when we leave in the evening, you know what's kind of sitting within your walk path, and things will be laying kind of in the floor that you know could not have been there when you left. We have a small, it's a vintage ironing board. It's actually kid size, and it has an iron that actually plugs into the wall and heats up. A lady come in and had talked about the ironing board and how that her grandmother had one of those ironing boards when she was a little girl, and we had an extensive talk about the ironing board and how kids actually would plug them to the wall and how they'd heat up. But the next day we come in, and just so happened that iron had flipped off of the top shelf and was laying into the floor. That iron had been sitting in the exact same spot since we had opened the store back in March. So there's no other explanation for it. It just coincidence. I'm not for sure, but nothing had happened with this iron until we had the conversation about it.
Okay, guys, we're going to do an EVP session with Miss April. We're going to let her ask some questions because we're hoping that we get some interaction where she's here all the time. So what we're going to do first is we're going to use the Steve's box. Now, this box is manufactured by Steve Holte, which we do not know Steve personally, but we really we like the box. It does a great job. That said help. We think it said help. Okay, Miss April, could you ask some questions, please?
Did you work here before?
I'm getting K2 hits as well.
You asked for help. Do you need help? Why do you like to work in the back?
You got a response. Where did you live at? What's the name of the town that we are in?
How can I help you?
Okay, I'm gonna switch from the stinks box. We'll give the PSB 11 a try.
Well, I'm gonna try to catch the K2 going off again. It went off several times. It just went off now as I'm speaking. Can you continue to light up the K2, please? It's lighting up. It's lighting up.
Okay, ask some of the same questions for a second.
Is there anyone here with us? Do you need help?
Why do you not cross over to the light? Are you afraid to cross over?
What is my name?
That was a help again.
That was clear, wasn't it?
Yep.
How can we help you?
To me, it sounded like I said he's weak. Weak. Is that what you got, Tony?
I believe so.
Why are you weak? Are you tired?
That's another help.
Are you wanting our help? Do you like living here?
Okay, what we'll do is
And it'd be unusual for yours to, mine would be going off and yours not, if it was, say, a signal from the fire station or something like that.
yeah, if it was
And it's staying on yellow right now.
I'm gonna take that one over there and see.
Now see, mine's lighting up and that one's not.
Oh, there goes it. It's starting to kick a little bit.
Yeah. Can you light up both meters, please?
Film it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear from him back when I opened with the other one?
Sure,
over
alright, that's ever how you want to do it. There you go, now they're both going.
There's nothing electric or nothing underneath there.
There's,
Just
Now just nothing.
can you keep lighting the meters up, please? If we can help you, we will, but we got to know that you're here. Please light up the meters.
Go and get a blue shot with them a second.
Can you light up the meters again, please, for Miss April?
That's crazy.
And well, the whole time this one has went off, the black one. The other one's laying over there and didn't go off any.
No. Oh, do you need help?
I see now they're both going off. That's good. Can you light them all the way up? And it did, all the way to the red.
Can you light it up all the way to the red to show us you need help? Do you like the bright colors when you light it up?
Do you know that I like the K2 meter? Is that why you're lighting it up? I get made fun of because of the K2 meter.
I hear this real quick. Let's go and try to see if you can.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing under there. Just nothing. So weird.
We did this last time, if you remember.
I know Tony makes fun of me over 2 meters, so they give me a little bit of a.
Well, when you're in a floor that doesn't even have electricity, it's a little different.
Yeah. And everything's off in here, right? We got one little lampshade on way over
Yeah,
there.
and if it was like the telephone or anything like that, you'd be getting bled over.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
Definitely.
Well, thank you for lighting it up the amount of times that you did.
Oh, I didn't notice he moved the recorder over there, so that was me whispering.
Alright, you want to go on to the next area? Ain't that kind of neat?
That's pretty interesting.
Use the Steve's box and see if we can get any responses. What's your name?
Do you need help?
Are you trapped here? All right, let's try another box.
This is known as the LCD MK4. It is made by Nigel Mortimer from the United Kingdom. He makes a lot of ITC devices and boxes. Actually, this is a discontinued unit now. He has moved on to the MK5, which looks very promising. The only drawback I find on this box is that it does not have a continuous sweep that you have to keep pushing the button. But let's give it a whirl.
What's your name?
Do you want to take your lady friend with you? Or do you want to leave her behind?
Who's moving around in the back of the room? What's your name? There's some footsteps back there.
I keep hearing.
I heard 2 or 3 in succession.
Is someone else coming up?
Full American tag.
Is someone else coming up?
Full American tag. Full American tag.
If you'll speak into this box, we'll be able to hear you. It's like a translator from your world to ours.
How long have you been here?
Did y'all move? Either one of y'all move?
I'd barely shifted away. I heard something pop over through there.
Yeah.
But what was the deal with the piano keys?
Did you just hear the piano?
I heard the piano
It
keys.
plunked.
I heard it.
Like, oh, there it went again. It's like,
That's the play.
can you play the piano? Do you know how to play the piano?
What's your favorite song on the piano?
Are you playing the piano because we were working with piano keys today?
You know, with how you've explained some of the activity, it seems that they're mimicking what you're doing that day. Like, you know, they're watching it and then they're letting you know that they're seeing you.
Or something you've talked about, they let you know that they heard that.
Yeah. And I don't think I'm like you, I don't think anything here is malicious. I think that these are just folks that passed on, that this is where they spend a big part of their life and they're comfortable with it.
Can you play the piano?
What's it like on the other side? What do you see?
Can you see us? I can see you. Did you hear that? Said I can see you.
There's something.
That's, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's what it said. I can see you.
What's your favorite song?
Y'all have any more questions? Anything like that? Okay, Lisa, just tell us what you thought about the investigation and what you experienced.
The investigation was amazing. This building is so historical, so much history. When we were first doing the initial interview at the beginning, I was walking back toward the back and I could see where the staircase is that goes up. There was something there at the top. It's like a
shadow figure?
Like a shadow. It was just there and then it was gone. When we was upstairs, you know, you could feel like the floor vibrating, you could see like shadows dark.
Have you ever experienced the vibration like that in the floor while you're on a paranormal investigation?
One time up at the jail, the old Oregon County Jail, it was the floor and the wall vibrated in one of the cells. It was just like the whole building type was shaking, but it was just in that one area. And like Miss April said, up there where you felt it, it was just wood.
Tell us what you thought about the investigation and what you experienced while you were here.
Well, after looking up the history for quite a bit on this place, it was nice to actually get in here and be able to move around. There was a really good, easy ease to the situation in the sense that it was really calming and nothing felt out of place. You know, we got a lot of hits from the K2 meter. What was really interesting was on the second floor and third floor where there was no electricity. And so when we actually started getting K2 hits, that kind of piqued my interest. When we started getting the vibration in the floor, it was so strange because as you closed in on the area, it seemed like it got more intense and you were actually getting K2 hits. So I'd really like to go back over that a little bit someday really well.
During the investigation, the team was able to capture some compelling evidence, and each team member had some type of personal experience. Numerous bumps and bangs were captured on recorders left in the building overnight. Was this the sound of workers from the past still continuing to work? The next time you head down to the local antique or resale shop, make sure to keep a watchful eye out and an ear open. You never know when you might just have a bizarre encounter. For the Crypto Crew, I'm Greg Champy.